to hear something good.
We'll call the meeting back to order. No decisions were made in executive session. All right, Steve, you're up.
Thanks, Brett. Let's see. Start out with expenditures for the latest, I guess. Sorry, I was gonna grab the bumper-to-bumper packet, if you will. I didn't bring that in with me, but it was mostly a lot of maintenance items.
So some batteries and stuff, yeah?
Yeah. I think there might have been an exhaust system on there, and there were some pricier items. And I guess just in line with supplies and expenses, we're gonna have order of cat filters that we'll probably place. It's gonna be for 27. I've got the actual amount. Looks like the order would be for 2757.68, so $2,757.68. But that'll get us through the year.
Oh, good.
The way it looks for the motor graders.
Oil and air.
Pardon?
Oil and air filters.
Well, they're just filters. Mostly. Oh, right, oil and, yeah,
Air.
exactly.
You need to make
Yeah, maybe a
motion on that.
hydraulic filters in there too, I assume.
Do
Possibly.
you want a motion on that?
Yeah, it's over 1,500. so
Are you gonna do that now?
Yeah, if we could, we'll.
275768.
I move that we purchase a year's supply of oil and air filters for the graders at 2758.
Oh, sorry.
5768.
Yeah, $2,757.68 is what the,
I'll second the motion
Been
for
moved and
that.
seconded for the purchase of filters from Caterpillar for 2,500, or 2,057.68. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
and I don't have a dollar figure on from Allied Oil, but we did receive a resupply of that, and we're gonna have to get a little bit more.
Okay.
We've gotta do a little extra work on one of the graders with the hydraulic system. And it's gonna require draining it I think one more time and using a high efficiency filter.
Right.
And, waiting to get the results back on a test on that, so, but I think we're okay with that. Next item I have is, I'd like to propose, I'm not sure how to exactly proceed with this, but propose that we vacate what's called the Finley's Road between Benton and the Keller Park Road to the west there.
Do what with it?
Vacate it, close it.
For good?
Right.
It's
It's-
minimum maintenance.
Yeah, it's not in any shape to really be considered a road right now, it's just a trail. It does not see, little if any use, and it would be prudent in my mind to go ahead and close that road. And I believe the procedure is that we would need to put a notice in the paper,
I think so.
is my understanding. I did a little bit of research into how to go about that,
And then, does the county still own the property or right away if we ever want to do it back, or what happens there?
No, that's why you're vacating.
all right. You'd have to or petition to open a road if you proceed with the vacate.
Do we need a motion on that?
Well, you're not actually, I don't know what all you have to do with it. Is that to move forward with it, or is it?
I would, personally, I would
I've
think
never
we put
done
it in the paper first and see how much complaining we get
That's-
before we make a motion on it.
Right, and that's why I was just gonna read this. It's out of the statute, 68, Kansas statute, 68-102, laying out, altering, or vacating roads. It starts, upon petition of any adjacent landowner, the board of, and this is subsection A, upon petition of any adjacent landowner, the Board of County Commissioners may lay out, alter, or vacate a road. The Board of County Commissioners also may lay out or alter any road when deemed necessary by the board. Subsection B, the Board of County Commissioners may vacate any road in the county whenever the board determines such road is not a public utility by reason of neglect, non-use, or inconvenience, or from other causes or cause. Such road has become practically impassable, and the necessity for such a road as a public utility does not justify the expenditure of the necessary funds to repair such road to put the same in condition for public travel. And that's really the subsection B is what applies here in my mind. It pretty
said
much
B-
checks all those boxes.
B as in boy?
Correct.
Okay.
And then it goes on in subsection C, notice of the laying out, alteration, or vacation of any road shall be given in a manner provided by Kansas State Statute 68-102A and amendments here thereto. And in 68-102A, before any road is laid out, altered, or in this case vacated, without the presentation of a petition, the county clerk shall give notice of the proposed action by publication in the official county newspaper and by sending notice by certified mail to each owner of property adjoining the road at the address where the owner's tax statement is sent.
If I know what road they're talking about, Willie, it's basically a private drive.
Yeah, and
Right.
the renter had
So-
calves hit a couple years ago because kids use
There's
it.
no fences on either side.
Is that
Ties your-
right over here by the granary that goes out like that?
Right, it's
Yeah,
a
I
trail,
think I
that's
know
what it is
I know
right
what he's
now.
talking about.
Right where?
Over by,
It's out about a mile. Just
oh,
straight
it's
past,
not right in here in town?
right
Sorry,
past
it's
Bartlett
just-
Elevator down here.
It's just out probably
Go out
3/4
on
of a
River
mile.
Road and across the river bridge, and then there's a road that winds back over to that, they call it the Keller Road.
You can go out to Park
It's
Road.
really a private drive
Is
road.
it?
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Should be
right
just
there.
before you go up the
I don't know how
hill.
It never got open years ago.
Well, I think John Finley did it for an alternate, because sometimes when it rains, this side just is underwater, and then sometimes it's the other way.
The only person that would probably complain is the person that rents a house.
Right.
Yeah, there's two renters.
It's right here where we go. It's this road right here.
Okay, I'll go by afterwards and check it out. But like I say, I don't know, I think if we make sure we let it.
And I
put
could
it in
visit
paper
with
first.
Fuzzley about it too, just to make sure we're doing it properly, but I believe we need to.
Yeah, before we,
Cross the Ts and dot the Is.
Right, and then we could
I think that's a good
start
idea.
with, or,
Yeah.
so visit with her and then,
Yes. That first statute.
I can make a copy of that too, Scott.
Yeah, I think, have you talked to Leslie about this?
Not yet.
I
I
know,
thought she was gonna be here.
I know when it was brought to the commissioners back in 17, we had to put a note, they had to put a note up, or put it in the paper, and also have something on the one end you were closing that would signify like a flag of some sort, because people would be used to it, and they'd have to take, something that wouldn't break their windshield or something like that.
I guess you could do a motion to do the notice of vacation of the road.
That was my understanding, is we could. do
That's
that.
what I would motion, is to do the notice of
I
vacation.
so moved.
okay, and I'll second that one.
It's been moved and seconded to put in the paper notice of vacation of a road. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, all opposed? Okay.
Okay. And really, I have a couple items here, but I'm gonna have to scratch one of them. We're waiting on signatures for the bond agreement, for the payment of the bond from the upcoming bridge replacement project, so we'll try and tackle that next meeting. And then the last thing was, in visiting with some of our operators, for a number of guys are bringing their own tools to do some of the work, and this is over in Bird City. We have a county half-inch impact drill that's wore out, and I can attest to that. When we were doing the Trout Hill project, we ended up using one of the employees over there using his half-inch cordless impact for doing the guardrail. And also the half-inch drill is worn out, and we'd like to get that replaced. And those items, they're not high dollar items, but I mean, they are, you're looking at, approximately $350 for the impact, and then probably around $200 for a decent drill kit. And they also have been using their own personal equipment. Would be like a plasma cutter, which I'm not real familiar with. Maybe you are, Brett.
A little bit.
And a table saw.
Okay.
And if I could get prices on those and run them by you
Plasma
the next
cutters are
meeting,
good.
and
That's fine, because I don't know, I think we have to provide the equipment, we can't have them using theirs.
And you said table saw, Steve? Is that
Correct.
right? Okay.
And I just briefly went and looked at some prices off of Amazon, and looked to me like a decent, maybe on the lower end plasma cutter is around $390, $400.
You want to get one that's
Little
pretty nice. I mean,
It's,
it's got a good name with it, trust me on that.
Okay, Lotus, Lotos.
I've never heard of
that?
Lotus. I've got
I haven't either.
I got a Jazik on my plasma cutting table. And I'm having a little bit of trouble with it, but
Jigs.
Jigs has,
Good.
Jigs probably does, Miller, Lincoln.
I've heard several positive things online about.
They're handy.
And then what about amperage and thickness of cut? That's-
Mine will cut half-inch steel, so, I mean, you just have to talk to whoever you're getting it from and whatever your half-inch, you're probably not gonna have much thicker than that, I wouldn't think, maybe greater blade.
That, it could be just any kind of
But
fabrication guys
it
might be
is,
doing.
they are handy, very handy. So you need to decide how thick you wanna go before you, then tell whoever you're talking to about it. Say, I wanna go 3/4 of an inch, and then they'll make sure you get the right one.
Okay,
Yeah, because it seems to me you should get something that's gonna last, and don't wanna
Oh,
get,
absolutely.
understand, yeah,
don't wanna get something that's not, we don't know.
okay.
Otherwise you'll buy 3 of the ones for 300, and you may have been better at getting
Spend
more.
in the long run, more money, okay. And then could I request executive session for non-elected?
For how long?
5 minutes. Go shorter this time.
And I'll second
It's
it.
been moved and seconded for 5 minutes executive session for, what, I'm sorry?
Non-elected.
Non-elected personnel, okay. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.